visible mode here. All right. So first, I guess, if any of my students are watching this, you know, and I know that I'm behind on grading, but sometimes community really does matter. I will get to grading later today. Anyway,
You all get an A.
Domestic character.
What? So let's not toss that into the stream right at the beginning.
Quick, restart the stream so we can get monetized on this.
If you're watching this, you know, and I know that I'm behind on grading, but sometimes community really does matter.
No.
I will get to grading
there's
later
going to be some
today.
feedback.
I'm just waiting for it.
You all get an A. Okay. Are you cutting out the part when I say you all get an A?
No, that came in there. It's live. I'm not cutting anything out.
We can't
I might get. I did have a stream that like a week ago Thursday that like isn't visible now, and I don't know if it was a technical error or if one of the students at the club said something that YouTube's like, nope. But I can't even see it, so I'm assuming it's a technical thing. Anywho,
I feel like YouTube.
I didn't know he had started yet.
Yeah, what did you say?
I said I was starting.
No.
He just randomly tossed it in. It was quiet enough that we might be okay, and it might not show up on the transcript.
Okay, but he just talking about it.
So, anyways, all right. So we're gonna move on. With that,
We gotta stop talking about it.
Can go a little bit this way. Oh no, not the whole thing. Just the camera. Just the camera. So that mic is in it because I turned the table. I like it. This
Knock
can
it
go a
off.
little
Are you
bit this way.
questioning us?
All right.
Yes, the chairs
Are you
So-
challenging me?
Caramello is.
What?
All right. Let's just remind, since we hadn't been, let's just remind everybody of the characters real fast. Like, who are you playing today?
Are you starting with me? I have food in my mouth.
Who are you playing today?
Nora!
And who is Nora?
A black dragonborn person at the Ranger.
Who's recently, through some strange thing, acquired wings, and is currently in exhaustion mode and like fell into a deep sleep. Mila, who are you playing today?
I'm playing Jarvis, a cat.
Wait,
Why did you put mango on the bar?
Where did it come from?
You put mango.
Is that a complaint or a question?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, mango!
Continue on, Mila. You were focused.
Good job, Micah.
Bring it in. Bring it in.
Pterodactyl removed.
Mila.
Oh, right.
Huh.
He's just a cat. I think I already said
You're a
that.
cat person of some kind.
Yes.
All right. I forget. Do you have fur or scales?
Fur.
Okay, just checking.
Greg.
Although
It was a
last
private
campaign-
backstory conversation that I wanted to make sure which version of Jarvis she was playing.
Don't shh me.
Wow. Shushed by an 11-year-old.
No
That's
one
gotta be
said
embarrassing.
anything about scales.
On live television.
Don't make
Except
me get my
pancakes.
shusher.
Oh, the stone
Stay.
station home.
I am playing a character of Hemo Wolftooth. I am a high elf paladin and pretty much the battle tank of the group.
Very cool.
Mostly do.
I like it.
I like it a lot.
Yeah. And then
Your
Yvonne,
turn,
Evan.
short
I'm
one.
sorry for saying it that way.
What?
That's not how you say
Yvonne?
it. I thought it'd be funny, and then it was like, ew, gross. Don't do that.
Poor Evan's name just got
Not that anyone named that is wrong. It's just, anyways, go ahead.
Poor Evan's name just got massacred.
Like EVAAN.
I'm playing Pancakes, a kobold rogue with a big mouth in both senses of the phrase.
Big mouth and big guns. It's fine.
Okay.
No, he has rather small guns.
He's a little chihuahua with a big bark, no bite.
No.
My bite can hit you from 120 feet away for full damage. You want to mess with that? Movement speed 30 over here.
I'm just picturing this
Syrup.
in animation, just him whipping out one of his revolvers. Like,
No, he'd whip
"You wanna
out both."
try me?
He'd whip out both, dude.
I dare you.
Did you say your character's name?
Oh yeah, his name is Pancakes.
Syrup.
Okay.
I have syrup.
Pancakes the
My
kobold.
arch enemy. I slap him with syrup. No.
That's funny to have
No, but-
syrup be an arch enemy.
Literally, my character would have syrup.
Someone's
The
gonna douse
Dragonborn
me in
arc
syrup,
enemy.
and you'd better not.
I will.
Sam, hold up.
I actually
need you
do
to
have
put
syrup.
in a
He's a
Dragonborn named Syrup. It was his arch rival.
I feel like there's definitely some potential here, is all I'm saying.
I think his brother was named Waffles.
Waffles.
Yep.
Wow.
There was a few of
What's
them.
his sister's name? Flapjack?
Mm-mm. His sister was French toast.
Maybe one of them.
Oh,
Yeah.
No, that was his mother.
No,
No.
mother was generationally different category of food, remember?
Oh, that's right. They,
Yeah. We did some good work, like group world
Yeah.
building on
We
his
did.
family. It was fun.
And
All right.
the best part is he contributed, so we
So-
now have a food family tree.
Speaking of like my character, like I looked this up yesterday because I'm like, wait, should my character be alive? I'm like, how long do kobolds live in D&D? And I like searched that on Google. It's like they mature at the age of 6, and they can live up to about 120 years.
Yeah.
My
For some
char-
reason, some species in D&D just have very short childhoods.
Yeah.
Because,
My character's 21.
That's kind of why.
So yeah, you're the equivalent to like a 40-year-old.
Are you done with this?
My
yes.
character is older.
I'm just moving.
I know why I am
but
being
actually-
Oh, my bad.
for that.
My
Because
bad.
they get to have childhood for 100 years.
I apologize.
Yes,
Yeah,
I'm sorry. If you cannot give up all your childhood dreams for 100 years, and you had 100 years to realize them,
That would be
So-
Can
really
you-
sad.
I'm going to put on my professor hat for a moment and just say, when it comes to like, and so even though it's technically not the thing I'm a doctor in, it's sociocultural analysis is part of rhetorical analysis.
okay.
So thinking about the way the game decided to do age as like a childhood age thing. So part of it, they're drawing on like the world's, like the biology of like reptiles or birds or whatever. So that's why some of those species have very fast gestation, growth periods. But if you think about it, the reason people develop faster has to do with their environment and sense of security and safety. And so there's genetic kind of predisposition, but there's also like we get out of childhood phase faster if we don't have a safe environment. Kind of we're forced into developing musculature, getting into like next level hormones and stuff. Which again, this isn't like my area of expertise, but I know enough to say like that would like a high elf who was born in a dangerous environment with no support system might get through childhood faster, and an Aarakocra who is raised in a very safe, nurturing environment might take longer. So, random thought as with my professor hat on. With that, did you say your character?
Dang it.
We were almost there.
There's no escape.
I don't need you to tell me that, tiny one.
You're stalling.
What were you saying? I was trying to go for the Illager and didn't get there. Keep going. And your character, Rifter, is what now?
Okay. I'm playing Rifter. He is an artificer tabaxi. And that's really about it then, really.
What's been your favorite thing to artifice thus far?
Destruction.
Wow. Specific.
You've destroyed almost nothing.
That's not true.
That's not true.
Not that I've seen.
That's because you're blind and you're short.
It's not blind.
All right.
I'm sorry. But no. Okay, let's see. I have fused the battle beast. I mean, not the battle beast. What is it
Because I have
called?
to climb to slit your throat doesn't mean I won't try.
Fair enough. I invite you.
Okay.
Hey, you two, knock it off
let's
now.
see.
We've had enough of this.
Let's see. I've made a chain sword.
This banter's funny.
That's what brings life to this party, because these two don't banter.
That's true. You got to
That's
work on the
right,
banter.
we actually respect our party.
Oh snap!
Now time for the back and forth witty banter.
All right. Were you gonna
Everybody-
finish your?
Up we go.
I don't mind that actually. Let's see
They
what
entered a
happens.
fight.
But did you finish your sentence?
Let's see. I've made a chain sword. I combined my giant saber-toothed tiger with. Wait, what is the artificer like robot animal called again?
Oh,
What is it called?
I don't remember.
Huh?
There's like a very specific name for it.
Anthropomorphic.
Yeah, because it's not. I can't
Homunculus?
remember now.
No. A homunculus is what you can make with it.
I don't know.
Oh.
Homunculus, and he's cool. He's just not around right now. But that was a fun one.
It's the steel defender. That's right.
Oh.
But yeah, I combined my steel defender with my childhood saber-tooth tiger. Yippee.
That's right.
Okay. Cool. Thanks
Now-
for sharing.
You had a childhood saber-toothed tiger?
Yes, I was spoiled. Okay.
I can see that.
I also have a magic tattoo. What? Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah,
What
he's
does
got
it
a
do?
glowy
Yeah,
forearm
that's right.
tattoo.
What's it do?
Like
So-
Moana.
We're saying, hold up. Have we gotten to the level yet where you allow me to have the extra, like the extended reach that comes with the tattoo?
I don't think so.
Okay,
Oh,
so
wow.
You can get
So-
reach from that?
so currently all it does right now is improve unarmed strike damage and which because I'm a tabaxi I get a bonus in.
Oh, right. 'cause you got claws.
Moana.
Yeah, and it also overcomes resistances.
Just
However, it has a 10% chance to rid me of fur.
What? That's right. Where he looks like a Sphinx cat. Okay.
For
Good.
for about 10 days, and it grows.
For about
Yeah.
10 days.
What?
Why are you looking?
Micah,
Don't
Micah,
look at me like
you
that.
have ammo. Throw it.
No.
Don't
So,
look at me like that. That's
fur,
terrifying.
For about 10 days. Fur.
Greg, how could you?
All right.
Instead
Moving
of
on.
the mics dropping
With
on
that,
the
This is why you
sand,
don't play with fathers.
That's not true at all.
Throw the
This is
disc
why
like
you
a
keep
chopper.
playing.
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
Let's be honest.
I'm in denial.
Yeah. You realize how much fun it is when
I
those
just
things
play
happen.
for
But
the
it gives you
story.
something to rebel against, dad jokes. That is harmless but useful for a teenager. Right, Leola? Wait, who said something? Was it you yesterday who said I rebel against rebellion? Who said that? Was that?
Probably.
Yeah,
Not
somebody
me.
said it. Maybe it was Adela.
I rebel
was
against
Adela.
the concept of breathing. I
Don't
don't
do
want to
that.
have to breathe.
I'll help you.
Hey.
Anyway, we're gonna move on. So to set the scene for today, we when we last hung out, since Leola couldn't be here because she was hanging out at high school camp with Central, that was fun. Nora became exhausted and couldn't help find the way back up the tunnels from where you found your little dragony person, the two-headed, one-winged dragon. When she fell into a deep slumber, Hemo began carrying her, and you guys tried to find your way out, traveling for a few hours. Thankfully, no one, I think, taking any exhaustion or anything like that. But as you were beginning to explore, Jarvis, who was apparently hiding in
Wait, Papa.
Yeah?
I think we all wanted them to tell the story in character.
No, some of that they will have to communicate this in character. I'm recapping.
All right.
So Jarvis is trying to follow them back to help find the way, or to use them as a way to be guided
something.
home or something. At one point, you rolled a nat 1, which meant that you didn't realize that they had stopped having to realize they were lost. And you came barreling through the party, following past all of them, and then as you tried to lead them to a room you remember with portraits,
Charlie
Pancakes
came up.
family. No, I'm kidding.
the Rocktopus, and I'm calling him Rocktopus Ralph, though you named him Charlie after the
Naming
stream
him
ended.
Charlie.
Rocktopus Ralph is stopping you guys from returning. It was basically an octopus made of rock in these caves, so water not necessary, and has begun as you all started sliding down because of unsure footing and rock pathways. The Rocktopus did come up, having been kind of awakened by the dropping of large chunks of rock and that sort of thing, and slabs as it crashed down the hole next to you guys. So yeah, at this point, I think Hemo had set... Were you still holding Nora, or had you set her
I
down?
laid her down.
Yeah. So Nora is laying down on the ground. So to start today off, let's just have Nora roll a Constitution saving throw to see if she's able to come out of the sleepy exhaustion that she was in.
Wake up to reality.
13.
You said Constitution save?
50 years.
Yes.
Wake
Let
up.
her tell her
Oh,
own
sorry.
stuff. It's been over
14.
years that you've 14. A 14 is going to be high enough for you to awake. I'm going to say that you have exhaustion doesn't usually work this way, but I'll say you have temporary exhaustion, which means for 2 rounds, anything you do, your movement's going to be halved. And you're going to have disadvantage. Just because you were really tired and your energy is out. But after 2 rounds, you'll kind of wake all the way back up like you had your coffee.
Speaking of exhaustion,
Speaking of coffee.
fair enough.
Yes.
Speaking of exhaustion,
Speaking of what keeps everybody alive.
Would that be applicable to things like lycanthropes?
Coffee.
How we were talking about like advanced.
Keeps everybody around me alive.
it really can.
Not me.
Let's talk about lycanthropy. I've done
'Cause
some
without it,
interesting stuff in my
Could be
other
dire
games later,
consequences.
though.
I'm sorry.
Sleepy?
No, it's good.
When you said it keeps everyone alive, I
why
was
would you
thinking like
apologize?
mass healing word or something.
Let's just say it increases everybody else's lifespan.
The chances of living.
What does?
Coffee.
Valid. Yeah.
Me drinking coffee increases your
Lifespan.
Your likelihood of survival.
If you would like to shorten that significantly, perhaps by
Hey,
Challenge.
if you're too tired to fight though,
I'm not too tired to fight. I'm too tired to
Can I get
deal
a
with your
sandwich?
crap.
I'm stuck.
fair enough.
What you
Evan,
need?
will you
There
grab
is
her
a joke.
another sandwich? Do you want a griddle or a muffin?
Sandwich.
Muffin, maybe?
Yeah.
This means nothing to me. I don't know the difference.
The difference is the yellow wrapping and the brown wrapping. The yellow
thank you.
paper is the sausage McMuffin with egg.
Color coded.
She wants a sausage McMuffin with
the
egg.
yellow one.
Hey, did you tell your wife and your
They're
daughter?
sleeping.
Oh, okay.
So when they come down.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Okay.
I'm like, Yolanda's probably not
7.
likely to have one of those anyways. And she knows that they might be here. Della, we're letting sleep in. She had like a gum surgery this week, and so she's been. So we're letting her rest
That's
more.
entirely.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm dealing with tooth issues, so I understand.
Yeah.
I got two teeth over here that are about to come out.
Nothing that gets operated.
I'm
on
gonna need a
now is
bridge.
fine.
It's gonna suck.
Oh,
Yeah.
no bueno.
Hey, this is my own fault. Didn't take care of my teeth when I was younger, and this is what happens.
I got 2 root canals.
Poor choices.
When you said I'm gonna get a bridge,
First
or
one was
whatever,
at
like
18.
So
I
basically,
don't know
it's
why,
story
but
for another time.
The image popped in my head of them like shoving like the Golden Gate Bridge
not
or something,
pleasant.
like just the whole thing into your mouth.
But it was only 2 or 3 hours.
slowly inserting.
Every time I
Jared
smile, you
drilling
see a
and
car come by.
What was worse was the inflammation that happened before it, and having to miss work because like so much headache and stuff.
Yeah.
Your mouth is a
Yeah,
pocket dimension that makes the Golden Gate Bridge.
I have 2 cavities here where, like, literally, it's just killing me, man.
What?
Yesterday
Let's
was.
start whole
I told him every time I smile, you see a car come by.
So I have your mouth as a pocket dimension, and every time I smile, you see a car
So
come
he
by.
says when I said that I was getting a bridge put in, he could just imagine him shoving the whole Golden Gate Bridge into my mouth, and then I said, "Oh, and every time I smile, you see a car come by."
Awesome.
So that's how we ended up with his mouth as a pocket dimension that contains the Golden Gate Bridge.
So
You want to see an actual pocket dimension? Look in your wife's purse or a high school student's bag. That's a pocket dimension.
How much stuff's crammed in there?
One,
Yeah, dude.
you don't
much
know my
stuff you
wife's
can-
purse. My wife actually is pretty good as far as purses go, but I know the joke line you're leading into there.
Yeah, he's picked up his mom's purse.
Whoa! You just said that on live TV. Don't
Yes,
let
I
us censor me.
did.
Oh, she will admit it.
It's a black hole in there. I ain't never seen nothing like
Okay,
it.
sorry. All right.
There's nothing.
So, anyways,
It's a scientific.
Back on track.
now that we've made
Hold
one
on in
roll
there.
into the game,
Oh yeah.
All right, we're playing D&D.
We're not
What
having a
do you-
conversation with beloved
Ooh.
friend.
no, I know we're doing both. It's
Oh, that felt good.
What?
I got my neck to crack.
Congratulations.
that's good. That is really good.
You did not just say.
I
those
did. I said that. I said, "Oh snap!" I did. Anyways,
You were such a father.
so we're putting, of course. But I've been.
course.
The funny thing is, I've been telling these dad jokes since I was 10. They weren't called dad jokes; they were just puns. But I'm told that I've been telling dad jokes since I was 10 because I didn't have one.
Oh,
Oh, dang.
Papa.
Well,
Oh,
That's-
dude.
Stop playing.
dude,
Stop
dude.
I
saying
love
that
it.
joke
See,
over
I've
and
dealt with it.
over
Other
again.
people don't know how to respond to that. The first time Yolanda said it as like a playful zinger a couple years back, and we both started cracking up, and then we had a moment of like, whoa.
I would have died on the spot. Like I would have just
It was-
fallen on the
it was-
floor
That's how it
in the
goes.
fetal
You
position.
It just shows
for a
that I'm
moment,
healthy
then
about
the
that, right?
severity hits you,
You
and
know?
you're like, oh
That was
shoot.
so
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
That was so intense, so fast.
I know. Yeah, see, I make
Such a
things
turn.
uncomfortable in a good way.
Made things way more uncomfortable.
Okay, so with that, speaking of uncomfortable, you all are being attacked by a large Rocktopus.
Well, yeah, I can't
Rocktopus
imagine that's
Ralph.
comfortable.
And it keeps shooting
Um,
like between your toes or something. I don't know.
What?
He has shot inky venomous acid at you guys already.
From
Of course.
a rock?
It's a Rocktopus.
Have you seen the things that come out
So,
of rocks?
Have you
black
seen those like 3D printed things? The ones where it's the rock's head on like a flexible octopus thing?
No.
Not that kind of Rocktopus.
Oh,
That's an
So, not
octopus.
the, I didn't say the Rocktopus. I
It's
said
either
a
those things or the
Rocktopus.
guy
rock.
from Secret of the Mimic.
Oh,
What? What?
that
They
rock.
added a Rocktopus to Secret of the Mimic.
What is that?
I don't know.
What?
5 Nights at Freddy's?
It's Pancake's turn at the top of the round after Nora makes
How
her
do you not know
save.
this?
Shoot it faster. Shoot it fast now.
Pancakes, it's your turn. What does our kobold gunslinger person do?
Say that again, but slower, and you might find out.
What? What does he do?
Say that again. Say it slower.
Think.
What?
Our kobold
gunslinger.
gunslinger.
Ah, yes.
What
well,
does he do?
I mean, he could have wanted to take a nap. I don't want to make assumptions that I know, that I'm. Otherwise, I'd be playing this game with myself.
I have a
Fair
weapon.
enough.
I have a weapon idea when we get back to our.
I think you need
Another
to
one.
have your phone and text these ideas for conversations. That way, we have
It's gonna
a record
be
of what to go
A
back.
My egg is
19 and a
falling out.
9.
I'll
I
make a
assume
note
9
and link
doesn't hit, so I'm going to...
A 19 and a 9.
Oh, do that, but I won't obstruct gameplay.
You're-
I swear.
Yeah, I got you. I won't judge you for having your phone out. I know it's your way of keeping record of conversations we're going to have.
At least when I'm here.
Yeah.
8. Haha, idiot just took 8 damage.
Idiot just took
Good
8 damage.
to know.
You just took 8 damage.
Imagine calling an octopus made out of rocks an idiot.
He is an idiot, and he took 8 damage.
8?
8 damage.
Imagine only dealing 8 damage with a revolver. 2, actually. That makes it even more pathetic.
No, one of them missed.
Wouldn't it just bounce off the rock?
That depends. Is it AP rounds or just regular 9?
Doesn't matter, he's an idiot.
How would you know? You just met him.
I've insulted him.
have more.
Let me do my job.
Okay. All right.
No wonder he's
So-
attacking you. You keep insulting everybody.
All right. My wetty race isn't working, so I need
Yeah.
my notes.
Doesn't mean you should be doing it.
Valid.
Oh,
Gun. Okay.
Valid.
I have 2. I have.
hey, Maya, you still have that pen?
What?
You still have that pen, Mike? I was gonna
No.
try and keep track on my stuff.
I have 2
Thank you.
responses to anything.
Yes.
Insults or gun.
How about compliment?
Never.
Where's the fun in
I
that?
told you guys about my bard with my bard that instead of doing vicious mockery, he
I
did
am
excessive
pancakes.
affirmations, right?
Mm-mm.
Excessive affirmation.
So he didn't want to insult anybody, so he just told them how amazing they were mid-combat, and it threw their battle off, so it still counted like vicious mockery would.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's pretty smart.
So he just did the whole. He just did vicious mockery, but cleric style.
No, you know
no,
what
he was
would
a
be
bard
great?
that wanted to spread light and love.
You know, it'd be a great bard idea.
Better than
All that
seduction.
vicious mockery and cutting words and whatever. He's just like backhanded comments.
Yes, without the sarcasm.
Like the traditional.
Actually, that would be fun. Okay,
I
so
really
hold
like,
on.
I really
What?
like new bard. I really like the new bards that people are coming up with. Like,
There's so much variety.
like sure, seduction. That's great, but it's
Ew.
cliche. It's tacky now.
It's so easy.
Roll for Riz.
Sorry.
No.
This is why we have so many half breeds. Anyway,
Oh,
but
okay. You're trying to get to a point. I know it.
But I really like the fact that people are sort of coming up with new ways to play bards.
Gotta love bards, because if you don't, they'll insult you to death.
Okay, so
My
we'll
first
try
character,
and so
actually.
part of the
Woo!
challenge
Step
here is
on
that
it.
we
Step
enjoy
on it.
each other's time, like presence so much. We'll try and get through one person's turn. Pancakes. You went pew pew with your weapons, right?
Yes.
Okay. And one of them struck, and none of them were nat ones, so we don't need to roll and see if there was damage to your guns. So that the creature, one of those bullets does penetrate the stone skin and gets lodged in and knocks some chips off from what appears to be an outer carapace of rock,
Do not eat them, Micah.
or a shell of rock. Hemo is up next.
I'm not a dog. I don't eat things I just find on the floor.
Hemo is up next.
All right, let's do it.
Wow.
Where am I at in distance from this thing?
You're basically 10 feet away, roughly.
Who's closer to it, me or who's closer to it with me?
You've got this thing is like crawling up the side of the inside of this pit that's next to this pathway. Nora's on the ground. You've got Jarvis and the kobold in between you and this creature, basically.
Ignore it. That's for me.
Yep.
All right. Well, I guess we're gonna have to try and hit this thing with a firebolt.
Okay.
I don't think it'd be wise to do anything other than that because it might affect the other people around me. So let's do it. Firebolt it is.
Firebolt. Okay.
So run +6.
How would thunder damage affect
Oh,
rock?
here we go.
Good question.
I mean, lightning struck mountains before. I feel
20,
like
a natural
Pokemon
20,
in
16,
Discord.
6 plus 14.
Cool.
I
Your
think we can
firebolt
do a
is
normal
going to go
amount of
through.
damage.
Because it's rock, it is going to have resistance, so it'll take half damage from this.
Well, let me roll my damage.
Resistance against fire?
Yeah.
Okay.
6 damage.
Okay, so
I
it's
feel
going
like
to...
things
Is that...
3 total.
Okay.
I feel like things that would be strong against a rock creature would be water, ice, and land.
Well,
I would have to consult my Pokemon Pokedex first.
Actually,
here's the
I
thing.
am
Oh,
your
You're right,
Pokedex.
though. Actually, I think... Huh.
I don't think water would be that effective against a rock creature, especially not in a spell unless it's a porous rock. Because here's the thing, water is effective against rock, but only over time.
So I would, if I... Yeah.
Well,
Ice definitely would have, if you did, but I might play it where water could have potential, especially if then cold damage was applied because expansion. Okay, so
This is why we like him as a DM.
I like where she's going. I like what she said. Okay, so
Pokemon.
did you have movement or bonus action you wanted to do on your turn?
oh, I do have bonus action. I get 2 attacks per action. I'm going to hit it with another firebolt.
Do you get multi-attack with any attacks or just weapon melee attacks?
Definitely the spell.
Wait, do artificers get multi?
I don't
It was
know.
on purpose.
How do I know the answer to that question, sir?
If your multi-attack says you can make 2 melee attacks for each, or if your multi-attack says, yeah, if it doesn't specify. If it just says you can make a second attack, then I'll take it.
It took me an embarrassingly long time to remember what that was from.
What? Which part?
The like Green Hills theme.
I can't see where it says
Okay. So for now, we'll say yes, as long as it's not a leveled spell.
Yeah, I'm just using a firebolt. That's
So
it.
we'll let you go pew pew, and though I think your extra attack is supposed to be based on your actual physicality, we'll roll with it for now, and I'll look it up later.
Okay. All right, here we go.
I've got, yeah.
I don't have multi.
Will you move? Thank you. 17.
That's still going to hit. It's basically got an
By the
AC
way,
of
how you enjoying Baldur's
16.
Gate?
And then damage is... Whoa,
Well, what?
13.
Huh?
So half of that?
That would be 6,
Wow.
right? Because it's
Half of 13 is 6.
6.
Cool.
because
Rounding down.
yeah, because I was about to say because D&D rules are when you're
There is no
half
6 and a
damage.
half.
Well, no, here's the thing. In D&D rules, when you're having, you have to round down.
Yeah.
So any odd number you would do, you would take the lower end of that
Correct.
number. So.
Which makes sense. That's why I said 6.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I dig it. Okay, so that's Hemo's turn. Jarvis is up next. Cat person, you're standing next to the kobold gunslinger who just went pew pew, and then you saw 2 firebolts pass over the kobold's head and smash into the rock, chipping off parts of the carapace arm, or scorching parts of the carapace.
Okay, let me
I throw a
see.
cucumber next to Jarvis.
And then Rifter's next.
Yeah, mine just says attacks per action 2. But it doesn't say specifically what. That's what I'm trying to find.
I mean, general terms make it a lot easier to misinterpret.
Yeah, for now we'll say as long as they're not leveled spells.
As long as I'm not doing Divine Smite or something, right?
That's a bonus action.
That's a bonus action?
Yeah.
Okay.
So for now on the magical stuff, we'll say you can do 2 attack spells if they are cantrips.
Okay.
And I'll look at it. I'll try and figure it out another time.
Okay.
Wow. I like it.
Am I close enough to use my dagger?
Absolutely.
Okay.
The cat just casually has a knife.
So,
That's
He just pulls it out of a
18.
pocket of fur like Bugs
okay,
Bunny.
an 18 is going to hit with your dagger, and because you have You would actually have advantage on this because you have an adjacent. That was unintentional. I was just gonna do this, but I didn't mean to tap that chord. That was fun.
Okay, I guess I'll
because you
roll
have an ally adjacent to you, you get your sneak attack.
Ooh.
my sneak attack.
Oh, that's wait.
So roll sneak attack damage.
That's right. That's the
How
rapier
much is sneak attack damage?
Because you're within 2 meters of an ally or 2 meters of an.
It's based on the flanking
Oh,
rules.
3d6 is sneak
Yeah.
attack damage.
So you get your 4
So
d4 of dagger damage.
It's a
1d4 plus 3, it says.
And then your sneak
So
attack
that's
damage means
7.
that you're able to
One,
take kind of a moment to,
4.
as the other person's distracting it, to get a better hit in, basically.
7.
Meow, 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 meow. Sorry.
12
12 total.
plus
7.
6.
So your
6?
dagger bonus is a +6, or your attack bonus is?
My sneak attack bonus is +6. My dagger plus is.
Her
On the-
dagger damage was 7.
Okay, so 7 plus, what was just the d6s? Because you don't get a, was it 3d6? What was the total for those?
I think it was 12.
Okay, so then 19 total damage.
Wow, that's so
By
much
the way,
damage.
I'm gonna level with you. My
I didn't
knowledge
even
of
need to
spells
transform.
and some class moves is based entirely on Baldur's Gate.
You know, the funny thing is
It's okay, I
that
understand.
the
It's
other
been
time that
a
we
recurring
played,
thing over the last year
Evan was
that I've had
scaring me out
players
of
where
the
they're like,
hole.
oh wait,
He
it's
was
Baldur's
like,
Gate.
if only you had
It's okay.
scales.
I'm not judging you. Yeah. Just kidding, I'm kidding. Not for that, at least.
Foreshadowing.
What have I done? Nothing, I'm kidding.
Nothing.
Rifter, it's your turn. You watch as Jarvis deftly
Don't
slides left and right
Do not.
to
Not
find
you, at him.
manage to get a dagger
I have
into a
+9
particular,
sleight of
like
hand,
one of the
and now
joints
I've
in the
just
rock.
now I've just been told you have pockets.
What? Oh. What? Well, my bag has pockets.
That's a lot less fun.
I should commit that.
Wait,
It's
doesn't
locked.
Doesn't your character have
For
like
a
a lock on
pocket?
his backpack, or is that?
Yeah,
you
it's
were,
a lock.
You were theorizing that
He
Jarvis
has a lock
has
on his
pockets like
backpack.
Bugs Bunny has pockets.
He
That
might
Jarvis has pockets like Bugs Bunny has pockets.
Who's
Like,
Bugs
The
Bunny?
rabbit from Looney
Who's
Tunes
Bugs
to just
Bunny?
randomly.
Did you really just ask?
We
Wait,
don't
are
we
they
don't watch
from-
those
That's like-
cartoons that often because of all the
Where's
violence
Bugs
when they were a
Bunny?
kid. They didn't want to watch that. Like she doesn't even like watching Home Alone
Yeah,
because
we
the
like
bad guys go
these.
through. She's like, this is just terrible to them.
They
So-
deserve it though.
Yeah, maybe, but
No.
that was
Yeah,
something
it's
she's
very
sensitive
really,
to.
like, good
Hey,
choice.
it takes a
They were
lot
go-
to.
So what's Rifter doing?
They were gonna capture
his
him.
best.
Cartoon
Okay,
physics.
he's
It takes
doing
a
his
lot
best.
to
That's
defeat
right.
them.
Rifter is doing his best. Okay, he's surviving barely.
Yeah, barely.
And so
I've taken no damage so far.
Dang it, it's not metal. Oh well.
I'm so cool.
Womp womp.
Don't you womp me?
so
Okay. How close am I to it?
you are about 10
Yeah,
feet
it's not
back
great.
as well, and just in a different direction.
I guess I won't know this until I try it, so I'm going to run up to it and do a shocking grasp,
Okay.
which I believe
Oh,
is.
So let's. Do you have the spell description there, or should I pull it up? For
I
you?
think it's a D8.
I wanted to know the deets. Shocking grasp.
It's either a D8 or a D6. I know that.
Did
It's
you
only a cantrip.
Did you say that the Rocktopus has acid?
Yeah, it does acid attacks and has resistance to fire. We know that.
Ooh,
Yeah.
I think I have resistance to acid.
So you run up and you're trying to grab onto it. So make your attack roll.
Okay. You know, I'm not gonna lie to you. This is a lot more fun without metagaming.
Yeah.
Yay!
Isn't that crazy? It's so much. It's like you experience it more. It's
I
so
mean,
much-
logically, it's not that crazy, but personally, it is crazy. It's fun. Let's see. So that's an 11 with a +4. That's a 15.
not enough to get a hand on it. Roll a d100 for me.
All right.
Oh,
Because there's a
no.
lot of people moving around here, but you managed. You moved on the
He
other
has
side
to
of it.
roll a d100.
That's 37.
Okay, it's going to, as a reaction against you,
Dang it.
it's going to sweep one of its rock carapace tentacles, sweeping out and try and knock you off your feet. Tentacle attack now! So make a dexterity
Rock
saving
slide,
throw.
go!
Yeah, I'm sorry. I've actually been playing a little bit of Pokemon.
Yay!
It's dangerous.
No.
That's a really because
It's fine.
Because
12.
the Pokemon
12.
can hurt you.
That is not going to be high enough.
Oh, well.
You needed a 14.
Uh-oh.
So you are going to be knocked prone.
Sweet
And it's going to it's going to trip and then get a chance to swing since you were knocked prone to hit you on the ground.
By the way, I've got a question.
Yeah.
What prompts a reaction for players? Like, do we just have
You
to choose?
you choose to do a reaction if you have something that's called a reaction. If
I have shield.
that's a reaction. Yeah. So you can do that in response to an attack. You can do counterspell as reaction in response to someone casting a spell, and you can do opportunity attacks as the most common as far as it goes.
That's when enemies try to run away or run around you, and they just happen to be within that reach.
And so if they leave your leave melee with you without dodging or disengaging, then you can use your reaction if you want to attack them back as they run away, basically, because they've stopped defending themselves.
Am I able to use shield as the reaction for after I fall prone?
Yes.
Then I would
So you cast shield. What's your AC?
my AC is 16 currently, but with the shield.
Oh, so close.
Wait, no,
Yeah.
sorry, no. The AC is my regular AC is 15, but with shield that's a plus
5.
2.
Plus 2?
5. Wait, no, is it? It can't be that high, can it?
I thought shield was plus 5, but only for a turn, not to be confused with mage armor. Shield 5e. Plus 5 to AC ends. An invisible barrier magical force appears and protects you until the start of your next turn. You have plus 5 bonus to AC, including against the triggering attack, and you take no damage. So until the start of your next turn.
So they have 20 AC right now.
Okay, which is just because they rolled a 16.
Wow.
Wait, you have a 15 AC?
So I have a 15 AC, but with the plus 5 of a 20.
Okay, their attack's plus 4. So I think it's right at 20. I think it meets it.
Really?
Yeah.
Dang.
Oh my gosh!
I'm not even upset. That's genuinely impressive.
Yeah. So it rolled a 16. It has a plus 4 on those attacks, and so it does. You do take bludgeoning damage from the rock tentacle,
okay.
Which is just going to be a D8.
All right.
And that's a 2.
So 2. So now I'm at 23.
Yeah, and the higher up you get, the more this is.
I'm not eating that.
Higher up, yeah, the more these things are going to happen. So
I always feel like my roles in D&D are more balanced than my roles in Baldur's Gate, honestly.
it's genre oriented. Yes, in games, there's a lot more intensity on purpose.
Well, no, it just feels like I'm always
for those
rolling
games.
low in Baldur's Gate, but in D&D, like actually rolling the dice, I feel like I have a much better chance of getting a decent roll.
Maybe that's because you're the one
Okay,
rolling it.
so
not
that's
me.
Richter's turn. That's and then the where's my? Oh, because I took the clip and moved it over here. He's supposed to be last on the initiative. So that rock thing strikes through. You're laying on the ground. As it comes down, there's a moment where you think the magical shield barrier is going to hold, and then it kind of hits you in the chest. Then, now fully surrounded and under 40 hit points, the creature is going to go into a frenzy.
Oh, no.
Which allows it to do, 4 attacks a turn with
What?
its.
A turn.
This thing's a
Around?
barbarian?
No, that's a rage. This is a frenzy. So in this case, it's
What?
it's feeling cornered, and so.
I'm level 5.
So.
I only have 30. Screw you, Rocktopus.
So it allows it to do more attacks but less damage with them.
I'm.
So,
Still not good.
so in this case, the ones close enough are going. So Pancakes is going to take an attack.
No, not me, not me.
Actually, let me do this to see where the second
Beat
one
the cat
goes.
up, not me,
I
though.
have 8 HP,
both
and apparently I
He's
have
already
2
been ran
temporary
over.
HP. I don't know where I got it from.
In a different.
The wolf Jarvis is going to take 2 attacks.
From
So these
counting
2 go
God's
toward you.
cannon.
So 2 rocked tentacles come toward you as the creature tries to get you. That's a 7 and a 13. Does a 13 hit you? What's your AC?
Man, yeah.
Okay.
One.
And then
One less
so
and
you're
it
gonna take
wouldn't.
one attack, and then Pancakes is a 19 to hit,
Um,
and not Nora. Rifter is a 24 to hit. So
Oh my
magical
gosh.
barrier doesn't help on that one either.
What the frick, dude?
Sorry.
Hi.
So Jarvis takes 1 plus 3 points of damage, so you take 4 damage. Pancakes
1 plus
takes
3.
the same, 4 damage. And Rifter takes 5 plus 4, so 9 bludgeoning damage.
Why are you doing this to
It was
me?
the rolls. It was the you got the highest attack roll and the most damage. So logically, it does kind of make sense.
This is not
Meanwhile,
fair.
Hemo, you watch as this creature seems to go into like it seems to get into like it starts. There's a Bruce Lee moment here where 4 tentacles start whipping all around. And it lands 3 out of 4 attacks as it starts flailing about trying to knock the people around it with its rock tentacles.
Into the pit where it came from.
Nora, you wake up to hear the thump, thump, thump and cries of pain from your compatriots and some weird cat person you didn't know. And you watch as this happens. It is now your turn.
Okay.
I gotta do my health
Wait,
now.
what? I have need to roll
I'm
initiative.
below 20
I
HP,
put you at the top.
Evan.
Oh.
I'm dying,
Yeah.
Evan.
I'm at 6 HP, Micah.
I'm sorry, Evan.
How many hit points did I lose?
Can I
None.
get Mango back?
Screw you and your heavy armor crash.
I got 31.
Yay.
It's Nora's turn. Nora, what are you doing?
We're like 31 hit points.
Mm-hmm.
I have
I have a breath
26 right now, but usually I
Okay.
don't.
How close am I to?
Normally I'm at 49.
Missing
My
a
max
if
is
she gives me
49.
her breath weapon, I can use the absorb element spell to just
Great.
throw.
I would allow that.
Or no, or well, maybe.
Iron
I'm still
power.
prone. So
Can
You
I
are
get
prone.
Mango, Evan?
I can.
So you're gonna use your? Are you gonna use your breath weapon here?
Am I close enough? Like, I asked how far away I am.
You are about 10 feet away. You are leaning against a rock wall, and you have a cat person between you and this creature.
Throw the cat at the creature.
Naturally.
No!
Can I move
I'm
slightly
too
to
tall.
the side?
Throw
so
the
that
creature
I
at
don't
the
hit
cat.
the
Feed the
cat?
So you
cat to
have
the
half your
creature.
normal movement, but you can.
Wait!
I
No!
don't have to be
I'll move a
faster
little
than
bit,
it, and it has to
then
be
I'll
faster
use
than
my
you.
breath weapon.
Okay,
No!
so
No! Feed the pancake to the monster!
You're right on, you're prone.
Scales aren't easy to chew.
Okay,
you should
so
know
if
this.
you want to use half movement, you
It's
can move
flour.
15 feet to get around the other side of the
Maybe.
Yeah,
creature.
you taste like
unless
mold.
unless I douse
So
it in
Rifter, you
syrup.
watch.
I have
I'm
syrup.
fine with that.
So Rifter watches as Nora, who's been sleeping, raises up and steps over you and your magical barrier. You kind of have a moment as she looks down, looking very sleepy, and then steps past you to get a good angle on the creature and does what?
Shoots acid.
Is it
And you're
that-
gonna breath weapon it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Is it that I kind of just imagine this
Oh
as,
my
as her going,
Two
"Oh, what are
damage.
you doing down there?"
Is that something Nora would say as she steps over the cat?
What?
Her
Dying.
cat friend?
I'm sorry, I was focused on rolling.
Yes. To get where you were going, you had to step over Rifter, who is lying prone on the ground.
My dice are mean. I only did 2 damage.
With your breath weapon?
Burn
Yeah.
them.
What's the damage on it?
2d6.
You rolled ones on both?
Yeah.
That
it's-
is-
The dice don't like me today.
Here,
That's
I'll
sad.
Your
Burn
fate,
people.
your
And-
fate, your
Huh?
fate rocks aren't fate rocks.
It's a
And-
reference to a thing my friend sent me once.
And it
Oh.
does have, and it does have resistance to acid damage.
What?
Because that's what it shoots.
Wait a second. Wait, no. Hold up. I'm
That's
sorry,
not-
Greg. I understand.
Hi,
I understand that's what it shoots.
it's me, Gregorio. Yes.
I understand that's what it shoots.
Uh-huh.
But with all due respect, it's a rock.
It is.
It is a rock.
Acid.
Maybe you're a rock.
No kidding, I'm a rock. I'm a cat.
What?
Hold on. So,
My scales
let's see.
You took something that was nonsensical and made it weirder.
I know. It's fun,
Does
isn't it?
it take acid less?
Interesting.
Or does it take acid less? No, more time to dissolve granite than bone?
That's a fair question, actually.
AI overview says, in general, acid will take longer to dissolve granite than bone. The granite is generally resistant to acid dissolution due to its composition, which mainly consists of quartz and feldspar. Bone, on the other hand, contains calcium phosphate, which reacts with acids and is subject to decalcification. Acidic environments can lead to the loss of bone mineral, primarily from the exposed surface. While acids can dissolve bone, it is generally a lengthier process than some methods, like using strong bases. Granite can be damaged by certain acids, especially hydrofluoric acid, which can severely etch and pit its surface.
Okay, thank you for the research. I salute you.
Yay! Respect.
So, 1 point of damage goes through as it gets coated in acid.
Here's the thing. I am perfectly okay with anything as long as you can provide an explanation.
I
That was
mean,
the best
technically, I can say because I said so.
I know,
but
that was
That's
like
an explanation.
But that was like the perfect explanation for this. Like, I'm sorry, that was. Good job. You're an awesome DM.
Yay!
Dave,
What's up?
Do
I don't
something.
know.
All right.
Okay, so it's not your turn yet. I'm
He's
sorry. I just so that was Nora's. I just there
You
was
were looking for some support? Sorry.
something. I was having something.
No, he had too much support, so he's like,
I think that's what it was. Nora steps over her compatriot, looks down. It's some sort of interaction. Shoots
"That's
her
like 2
fire.
drops of acid."
Does like your little actually that's probably what it is you don't spray as much acid as you usually do because you are tired and all of your energy has been going to growing these wings, which is why you're passed out. I'm actually going to have you make a Constitution saving throw
Again?
and roll a d6 to see if your breath weapon recharges too.
1.
Okay. Breath weapon
8.
doesn't recharge. I think it needs a 5 or a 6. Check your character sheet, but and then your total con.
We don't. It does. That's not how it usually works.
I'll double check. Okay. Oh, it's because it's once per day. I'm thinking of it for. Never mind. You're good. Yeah.
Well, once per short rest.
That's right. Okay. So your breath weapon's still gone until your next rest, and you rolled an 8 on the con save, which is just barely high enough to not have any more.
That's good.
Did you have a bonus action that you wanted to use?
Because of the new level, I think I have an extra action. So yes, I do.
An extra action or an extra attack, if you choose the attack action. I don't know. An extra action or an extra attack if you choose attack as your action.
I assumed it was an attack. I don't know.
All right, we'll go with it for now. So what are you going to do?
I realize my spells aren't on here, but that's fine. I'll use my my short swords don't do much. I don't know where my spells would be. I would want to use my spells, but I don't know what they are.
Okay. I think what I remember is ensnaring strike. That's all. And the other hunting one. You had 2 archery based ones, I think.
Hail of Thorns?
Hail of Thorns and ensnaring strike.
I mean, I finally
Or Spike
just
Growth,
watched
one of
the
the two.
movie
Anyways.
on the plane.
But you can't use either of those right now, I don't think, because you're not
No, I
making it.
have.
Or you cast it to activate
On the
it, and then when
plane.
it goes. Yeah.
Would it do like a combination of force and fire damage, or just pure fire
Okay.
damage?
So, ensnaring.
Because toothless fire is plasma, right? But we seem
Toothless?
I like it. You're good.
On the plane?
We're just discussing.
You watched the original? Where?
Yeah, I was gonna say. I
we're
did
just
watch the original.
We're just discussing what kind of damage a Night Fury would do, because in the movie he fires what's called plasma, but it looks like it does knockback plus burning. So we were like, would it do force and fire damage?
I would probably have it be radiant damage if it were me.
It's radiant.
Because it's not like it's not a barf and belch fire damage situation.
But he can do that.
Wait a minute, no.
I feel like half of our
We should
conversations
have
are like
we should have
arbitrating
a
alternate
HTTP
rules
you can't
that
find
aren't
me.
actually happening in the game.
I'm so sorry.
I don't mind. It's
He
a fun
can-
conversation,
he
but
can just
I was
do
trying to
the-
keep
yeah,
it
you
straight.
were doing
fire
great. I'm very
straight.
proud of you. So,
Can we
Liala,
make a
if you want a bonus
campaign
action in
that's
Ensnaring
like
Strike to
Approaching
activate it on your weapon,
Dragons
the
and-
next attack
Maybe.
you succeed at with
You
your
need to watch all the
I have two
movies to
weapon
be our
fights, so I can
DM
use 2
and the
first
show.
attacks.
It's
Yes.
on Netflix.
But-
it makes sense.
okay.
Radiant
Too much
damage makes
So
sense.
would I just roll a d20
Then we
twice?
could roll what dragons will
for-
be.
2-hour strike with my short sword?
Only one lucky person will be the Night
Wait.
Fury.
I think because you did your
No.
breath weapon, I'll let you have one
What?
attack here.
Nobody.
What do you mean nobody?
You can't do the 2-weapon
Um,
thing with
What?
having done the breath weapon because that was a full
Okay.
action.
Wait a minute, isn't the
Explosion
this,
on
oh wait,
MP3.
this might be a Baldur's Gate thing, but
Okay.
is
It's okay. For this sake, this is a
about the
different
light
kind of
fury?
turn. So, what do you got? So you can make one attack this time because you did your breath
There's a
weapon.
bird behind you.
Okay, you're still a little tired and sluggish, and as you go to swing at it, use one of its spare tentacles to kind of bat your sword to the side. Cool. That's your turn. You are coming back from a weakened state. It's to be expected. Pancakes.
There's +5 to hit, but that didn't matter.
No, sometimes it doesn't. It's also a tough to hit thing. Pancakes. And then Hemo.
yes.
What are you doing?
Pancakes
Cook
plus
the Rocktopus.
More guns.
My solution to problem? More gun.
I need more gun.
I can make more.
berries.
Give me more.
What if we put syrup in your guns
That's
so
a
that it's
natural
like
20
blinding
and
launchers?
a 6.
Nat
Plus-
20 doubles
okay.
damage dice.
A natural 20 and then this one misses.
Okay. So double your damage dice on the first one, though.
Okay.
But that makes perfect sense because it's like fire, but it's also light.
This is why we like
Mm,
14.
14.
I'm a low roller.
14 damage. Okay, cool. And that hurts.
I don't think I've rolled an 8
Don't
on
hurt
this.
your
You,
eyes.
with a
I
nat
know, right?
20, you managed to hit at one of the crucial joint parts, which
crossing
are
my eyes
harder
and
to
messed me up.
notice. But you managed to hit at just one of the parts where you actually caused one of the tentacles, the rock tentacles, to fall off, doing the 14 damage.
Yay!
Yippee.
38 minus.
Pew pew.
Does it
Good
lose
job.
Does it lose an attack, or is it still using the other
Pew
7?
pew.
It's still got 7.
Okay. I was hopeful,
Yeah.
but it's fine.
Okay, so then Pancakes, is that all? Any movement, anything?
I don't think I would really need to move much, and if I
Okay.
do move away, that might provoke an attack of opportunity.
And talking is a free action for anyone on anybody's turn, just as a reminder.
True.
As long as it's in-game.
Well, yeah, I understand that.
Hemo, it's your turn then.
All right. Am I still pretty close? I'm going to move up next to it. I'm going to hit it with Divine Smite.
While striking it with another weapon?
Yep.
Okay.
Better than
Which
that.
weapon?
I am going to use my double-handed sword.
All right.
My
so,
long sword.
So, cool. So you push past Pancakes with your with your long sword, wielding
Wax
two-handed, and
Pancakes out of the way.
the long arc comes slashing down. What's your...
I don't think this is Skyrim anymore.
19, 12 plus 7.
That'll do.
So with a Divine Smite, it says when you hit with a melee attack weapon, you can expand one spell slot to deal 2d8 extra radiant damage to the target plus 1d8 for each spell level higher than first, max 5d8.
So you're using it, burning a spell
And plus
slot, yeah.
1d8 against undead. Okay, so go ahead.
So what spell level are you doing this with at?
I don't know
What
how
spell
to...
slots do you have?
Huh?
What spell slots do you have? Because, wait a second. Paladins, they're a spell sword type class, so they wouldn't have level 2 spell slots until...
Let's go.
They're
Spells.
half-caster, yeah.
It
Is
looks...
that the term for it? Half-caster?
That's how I heard it, like for a ranger or yeah.
I don't know how to tell that. How do I tell that, guys?
Let's see. Go to your spells for attacks.
Uh-huh.
I was getting extra attack.
Here, let me come over there.
I'm not sure how to do that one.
Okay.
Dandy.
Let me just
So
get
when you
this.
take off, using your breath weapon counts as an action.
Well, my Divine Smite doesn't
If
show up in my
instead-
spells. It's really frustrating.
Mike is coming to look. He's gonna try and check. It might be under actions. It might also just
I
be
get a Bible?
under spells.
Go to
Oh wait, hold
on. Hold on.
Some regular water first, Mila.
filter
We don't
by
have it.
spell level.
We don't have a water.
Let's see. You don't have any. Oh,
Okay, so he does have second level spell.
First question.
I have second level spell slots.
So do
Cool.
you want to
Yes.
So do you want to do it the second? With
Yes.
The second level spell.
Cool.
Alright.
Cool.
So that's
So
that's
Thank you, Micah.
2d8 plus
Evan,
another
will you
2d8.
get that black water bottle?
Is that 2d8 plus another 2d8?
No, the other one.
Yeah.
Water bottle, right there. Yes.
So,
if the first, yes.
so what do I roll?
I believe it's 4d8.
4d8.
For now. Thank you.
So roll 4 times. Okay.
Yeah, roll 48.
1. 12 is 1.
Wait, what?
Oh, his first attack.
12 is my second attack.
Wait. Okay, hold on.
That's my hit points. That's 24 hit points so far.
What do you
Right.
wait? What are you rolling?
I'm rolling my d8 from my longsword. 1d8 plus 4 is what I have.
Okay, I see.
I'm
I
doing
gotcha.
something wrong.
So okay, so the 12 for the first one,
12 for the second
and
one.
then you have what was the both attack? You did 2 attacks.
Yes.
Okay, gotcha. So for the longsword itself, you've got 24 damage coming through on those, and then you have your smite, which is 4d8. So you roll 4d8 separate, right?
Okay. Wow. I think this thing is dead, dude.
Assuming I'm understanding the dice you're rolling.
Am I just? Oh, so now I just roll d8. I don't roll with the bonus, right? Okay, now I just roll 4. That's what I was doing wrong. Okay, 4 d8.
Channeling radiant damage down into
All right.
your sword.
So we got 1.
This is why I play a paladin of
Oops.
Radiance in Baldur's Gate, because it goes insane so fast.
It's the powerful. The power of.
So we have 8 plus. Oh crap! 8 plus. I gotta do it differently.
Father.
Plus 6.
Mm-hmm.
Plus 4. Plus 1.
19.
19 plus 24.
Oh, good. The bad
Plus
news is just playing.
24.
Yeah, I hit 2 of my slashes with my sword.
So as you go, so the one with Divine Smite, as you go, it does so much damage. You basically cleave through 2 of its tentacles, and on the swing back on the second attack,
Wow.
you're going to slice the third one off. This thing is looking
You were right
very
about the attacking
uncomfortable,
powers.
as it has lost now half of the rock tentacles that it has.
Fall. You can hear it squealing in pain.
Wow.
It would be more like gravel, wouldn't it?
Actually, octopus squeal.
I know, but this is a Rocktopus.
That just means it's got a little more vocal fry in the squeal.
Yeah.
Instead of,
It's got a rocky squeal instead of a watery squeal.
yes.
Oh, and wouldn't the sound be muted
Watery,
because
rocky.
technically octopuses have beaks underneath themselves?
Yes, they do.
Why would you remind him of that? Now
They
we
do
can
have
do a
the
beak
beaks.
attack.
It
would be
can't.
on there.
It's going to be hard for it to do a beak attack because if it lets go with the beak, it's going to fall. This is probably what's holding it up right now. It has no tentacles.
It has half tentacles.
It has 4 out of 8.
It is now Jarvis's turn.
How many hit points does this thing have?
Enough.
Make an insight check at the end as part of your turn.
Okay.
Since you've gotten close enough to it.
Insight,
Insight.
Look at the stone
Or,
quality.
yeah, insight or nature.
insight, or nature.
It's upstairs.
Let's call it checking out the stone's
That's
quality.
why I wanted a vitamin water, because it was easier to get.
10.
With an insight of 10, yeah, this thing looks pretty beat up, but you can't say more than that. Just you're like, it definitely has got to have less than half hit points because it has less than half. It has half tentacles.
All right. I will end my turn.
Okay.
Good idea.
So Jarvis, you're up.
Now kill.
I'm out of
I
spell
don't
slots
think
too. I've
I
used
would
both of my spell slots. I
do
need
much
to.
against a
fill-
rock,
fill
and
that
that's
out,
my
right?
normal
Brother.
action, so I'll wait another turn.
Oh, you're
to
good,
do
you're
that.
good.
If you have it.
I'll do my
You
dagger
should survive
again.
another turn.
You don't have any better weapons? Okay.
Said if you survive another turn, she's like, I'm gonna
My
do
only
this
other
next turn.
attacks are in my
Don't
drink.
survive.
Fear.
What?
My other form. Anyway. So I rolled a 4 again.
What were you trying to do?
Dagger.
Throw.
Well, you have to roll a d20 first.
Oh, right, I forgot.
Can you noise?
11.
Plus.
6.
17. That's just barely enough for that dagger attack to get through. So Now you can roll your dagger attack,
I
and
did.
you can, again, because it's still flanked, you get to add sneak attack to that.
Sneak attack.
So roll your
is
d4 for damage, which we can take the 4.
I
So
got
7 there, and 3d6.
1, 2, 6, 9
Okay.
plus 7.
I actually have 4
16
spell
damage.
slots. So I've used 2 out of my 4.
Wait, what levels are they?
16 damage.
2.
Okay.
So I can use my Divine Smite 2 more times, but I'm not going to.
Good idea. Reserve.
I'm going to reserve it.
So, Hemo ran in, slash, hack. You watch as these rock tentacles fall down into the pit. Distracted by that, while it's distracted by that, Jarvis, taking advantage of this opportunity, scoots up on their paws and stabs toward the core of the creature with their sneak attack. Doing how many damage? 17.
Jarvis, good job.
Roll to
And-
see
sorry,
if your
16.
knife chips.
So,
What?
it only had 10 points left.
Yay!
Yeah!
And roll a d100 for me.
To see if your knife chips.
This one?
Yes.
Honestly, we should
Not
be thankful for the
69.
blacksmith
Okay.
who's been making our weapons, because these would have chipped by now if we've been just whacking at rocks this whole time.
So, if you had the
You must be
opportunity
so
in
mad
this
about
finishing blow, would
I don't even know who
you
you're talking
either
about.
try and
Yeah, we
jump
don't have
out
a
of the
blacksmith,
way
we
of
just
it,
bought
or would
these
you try and
weapons off
shove
the
it into the
market.
pit, knowing that this seems to be its final death throes?
I would probably
Well, I
shove
made
it in.
mine, but
Okay, make an athletics check to see if you have enough strength to shove it backwards into the hole.
4.
It has 3 tentacles. 4 tentacles left?
12.
4. It's a 4.
Okay.
Is 12 enough?
It was contested. So,
What does that mean?
it means that you don't shove it hard enough for it not to
You
get
can grab
its
me one more.
final death
Sausage,
throes
McMuffin,
reaction,
griddle.
which is all 4 tentacles going out
No.
in each direction.
Wait, it's still alive.
It is
It has the
dying.
final thwacky help me.
So it has 4 tentacles left. And so
Thank you.
what did I say it was to 4? So an 8 goes to, I'm just going to work right to left. An 8 goes to hit Pancakes with a tentacle. Tentacle flies out, flailing at you as it dies. Does an 8 hit you?
What if
No.
Pancake's
Okay.
blood is syrup?
The next one over is Hemo. Hemo, does a 15 hit you?
I'm definitely bleeding.
So 2 tentacles fly out, 1 at Pancakes, 1 at Hemo. Hemo does what's your AC? Is it higher than
31.
Red syrup.
Oh, wait.
Oh.
My AC
Strawberry
is
syrup.
16.
Okay, so just barely misses. You manage to kind of tilt your head out of the way in a very cool fashion. It's like, whoosh.
I was so concerned for a minute there. It was like, how do you have a 31 AC?
Yeah, no. Okay, the next one is going to be an 11 toward, not Jarvis, toward, because you're underneath. An 11 toward the cat. Is that enough
The
to
other
hit you?
cat.
Wait, which cat?
That one.
Thank you. Wait, what?
Which is not enough, so missing on all of these. And then a 14 toward the Dragonborn.
That
What's your
cat.
AC?
13.
Your AC is 13? Okay, so 4 tentacles flail about. The first 3 miss, and the last one strikes Nora in the chest as this creature begins to fall backwards. So Nora, you're going to take 6 damage, bludgeoning damage.
Wait, would I have healed from last battle, or would I still be damaged?
I don't remember. I don't think you guys
It was
healed.
a
I don't know.
long rest.
You guys didn't take a long rest.
She did.
No, she
Mhm.
didn't.
At
You-
the very most, it would have been a short rest.
So I don't remember anyone saying they were healing.
Nope.
Specifically.
Okay.
Oh no.
And because that tentacle's the one that hit, make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh no.
You're gonna
Don't
get pulled
die,
down.
I'm so
Nora.
good at Dex.
You're gonna get pulled down into the abyss.
Ooh, 18 plus 5.
Never mind.
The tentacle hits you, and then it like trails down your body, and tries to do the curl around the leg, and you can sense it, and you kick your leg up and jump back.
And And she's awake
barely
now,
like
right?
missing it, catching your ankle and pulling you under. As the whole thing falls backward and smashes somewhere down in the hole, probably 40 feet or so.
Goodbye,
You
Ralph.
can't really see.
Wait a minute. Do you have a 20 in dexterity?
What?
How do you have a +5 to dex?
Oh, it was a saving throw.
Yeah.
I am proficient.
Oh.
And she's got high dex because she archeries.
Yeah.
So, bum 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 bum
Part of
bum.
or it's charismatic.
So, with that, you managed to defeat this Rocktopus. Nora has come back to consciousness, and ending the second round is no longer suffering from half movement or disadvantage on attack rolls.
And we are all now leveling up.
Dad?
Me too.
Wait,
me too.
did you guys just level up?
Nope.
No.
We haven't leveled up for a while. We're only level 5.
Yeah, we
You
leveled up
keep
recently.
saying that.
Well,
We
we did.
leveled up a bit ago.
Did we level up before or after the visions? I think it was after the visions, right?
Before the visions.
No, it was after.
Oh my gosh.
It was
I have
after.
no idea.
Before.
Yes, it is, because we leveled up at level 4 after the Oni fight, then we leveled up at level 5 after the vision.
Because I think that's how we explain some of the things.
The tail.
So I think you're at level 5, so
Are you keeping track of the XP?
I think it's a milestone.
roughly. It's kind of half and half in my brain. I'm not, yeah. Anyways,
Coffee creamer.
it's closer to milestone, 70-30.
Half and half coffee creamer.
Nice.
XP is kind of hard to track, isn't it?
So I think since the last
Yeah.
time you leveled, all you've done is come down into the cave, get the green guy, and get this guy.
Okay.
I'll say you're almost there,
Okay.
but not after this one. Though hopefully you enjoyed that. That was a homebrewed creature, so that was a fun one to make.
Wow.
2 homebrewed creatures, right? The dragon
Yeah,
and this
technically, yeah. Yep.
Ooh.
Okay, so
Well,
with
after that long detour, now let's actually get to the hallway of portraits.
all is still in silence.
Oh, right.
Dust
We're
dust
trapped in
floats
a
up
cave.
from where the Rocktopus
Also, what did you say your name was again?
crashes below,
Hmm?
and
What did you say your name was again?
Pancakes.
you all can hear in the silence
I see.
each other breathing deeply.
Contemplates taking out his bag.
I figured out how to figure all this stuff out now.
Yay.
Yeah.
So, how did we get here?
Oh.
We walked.
We got lost.
Some of them.
Well, we carried you. I carried you on my back.
Not all who wander
Through
are
snow.
lost, but
It
we
seems
did.
Uphill,
that
both
they
ways.
got lost.
Milo, what were
It
you
was
saying?
a 5-mile walk uphill to
In
school.
snow, both ways.
Both ways.
What you said?
Grandparents.
Never
stories.
went downhill,
I
it's
said
uphill.
it seems that they got lost.
Grandparent stories always.
Like very lost. And I was hoping that they wouldn't get lost, but then they got lost. So maybe that's because
That's because you were asleep. You fell asleep.
And also, you don't
you
know
missed
that cat
me.
person.
so you're saying you need her.
Only because she was the only one paying attention.
Oh great.
It's a group of 3 men. Our brain power goes down by 20%.
Wow. It's pretty sad.
Okay.
They're young men.
Also, who are you?
Well, actually, no. Emo would be relatively adult age.
A new
And
addition
elf
to your
years.
party.
Because he's.
Leading them
Wait, Dad, how
away.
old is Emo?
Literally across like this pit right here.
Hold on, I'll tell you right now.
They didn't know where the portraits were.
I
And
don't
it's like
know.
right there.
I'm the youngest one here.
Okay.
Listen,
Yeah,
how
but
old
they're
is Nora?
lost.
Huh?
How old is Nora?
Oh.
Never ask a woman her age, sir.
Shush, I don't care.
That was pretty good from the 11-year-old. We gotta give it to her.
I don't follow those rules. Those are dumb rules.
Which explains some things.
Better start learning those
Sorry,
rules.
Michael!
Almost
I'm
basic
sorry.
social skills either.
Don't touch me.
sorry.
You better start
Touch
learning
him,
those
like-
rules before when you get older, because I'm telling you now, you will get chewed out if you ask the wrong woman the wrong question.
So,
In
Just
all
a heads
fairness,
up.
if a woman gets offended that I'm asking her age, how is that any different than me getting offended when someone asks me my age? Why is it different?
you'll learn.
You'll learn.
There has to be logical reason.
We're gonna move on.
There shall
With-
be
don't
in game.
Ignore me.
Moving on.
I guess because women
I'll
are
explain to
kinda
you on the
aware
way home,
if
Micah.
They look youthful or not.
By the way,
I'll
Sorry-
explain
sorry.
to you on the
So-
way
so-
home.
yeah.
sorry, but I'm just asking for reference. How old is Nora?
I'm checking.
Jarvis.
No, because I'm trying
Solid. No, you're good. You're good. You're good.
Because-
I got
No
it.
question.
I'm checking. I don't know where to put the details, to be honest, but I'm
I think you were like
You're
the 21,
19.
22 range or something.
How is Pancakes older than you?
I was like 16
I am
or
the
20.
youngest one in this
Oh, I'm
group.
16.
Again.
How old are you?
Oh, you're
she's
16.
Oh,
16.
thank
I'm
God.
26.
Of course,
You're
the
26?
My character is.
And then how
No
old
way.
is your
no.
character?
Then you're basically a baby.
How old is
You
your
realize
character?
that, right?
Yeah, I know.
He's 27.
I can't be 50 running around with a
I'm
whole
so
bunch of little
lucky.
kids.
I think we
How are you
said
the
26
character?
equivalent
Yes.
in elf years.
Oh,
or
oh,
whatever.
in
yeah,
elf
yeah.
years.
I was about
But
to
you
say,
don't know that.
you can't be 26.
I'm old
human.
in elf years. There you go.
Okay, I'm like, you can't be 26 in human years. You are
So,
basically a baby.
bringing it back in.
Probably an orphan.
How long does it take for elves to mature?
100 years, then they reach adulthood.
Of course, you have to take it elf by elf.
Of course, that also is without reference to what Greg was saying earlier about, youth growth periods.
Yeah.
So,
all of that aside, you all are in a cave.
The portraits.
It has gotten quiet aside from your recovering breath and the dust that floats. The cave is dimly lit from what you imagine is like long chasms of thin, like sunlight coming through the top, just barely, whatever cracks are down here. You don't even know. There's just a little bit of dim light, and I think most of you have dark vision anyway. But
Yeah, we all.
I don't
with
know.
that,
Yala doesn't, and
I think
Pancakes
kobolds
don't.
do.
Wait, do
So-
kobolds have dark vision?
with that,
We had this discussion last time.
I know I have dark vision because I'm an
yeah.
elf.
So
Me
there's
too.
dim light, but if you have dark vision, you can see like regular light.
The
And-
2024 edition has reptiles having night vision.
That's fine.
Let me.
We're moving forward.
Have you gotten the new player's manual yet?
No, I'm not spending money on that yet.
Yeah, I'm holding off. I have there's three or four of them that I want to get. It's like $160.
I probably want to get the monster manual.
I want to get the monster manual, and I want to get the three: the player's guide, the monster manual, and the DM guide.
Yeah.
I need to start doing the DM guide.
The DM guide is I liked it was designed structurally better. But
I
okay.
didn't read
Well,
the old DM
When we
guide.
get done, I want to talk to you about setting up a time to do that too.
Yeah.
'Cause
Okay.
maybe I can jump in and help DM one day, and you can actually play.
I mean, technically, I count this as playing.
I know.
But yeah, I hear what you mean. Okay, so
You can play Charlie.
anyway,
Anyway.
Moving on.
Charlie- Now that's a different skit. What do you all? So Nora sees dimly if
Okay.
she doesn't have dark
You do
vision.
have
Oh no,
dark
we
vision.
said Dragonborn 24 edition. You do have dark vision,
But we're
60
playing
feet.
the 5e edition.
I mean, it's still 5e. It's just 24.
Oh, she does
So
have dark
I'm fine
vision?
with that update. I'm fine with that.
So everybody here has dark vision.
I think so.
Okay.
So you
I have
notice
double
a new member to the party. All of you are kind of in recovery. Some of you are nursing significant wounds. What are we doing now?
I'm gonna
The
cast cure. I'm
portraits?
gonna cast cure wounds on Pancakes.
Okay.
Pancakes.
Yes.
But instead,
My syrup will help.
But,
You don't have
but instead of it just being like completely average, like
He decides
heal,
to unlock his bag.
I'm
and
just
start
gonna
getting the
slap him
syrup.
on the back and
I'm
go.
sure you'd love
feel
me
better.
getting syrup on your fur.
Wait a minute, no, hold up. I'm an artificer, so I
Puts
have to
the
make it
syrup away
relevant
and
to
locks
the
his
tools
bag
I have.
again.
So, who are you?
Crap.
A
I
new
gotta describe
addition
how
to
this
the
looks
party.
like. Because
Leading
as an
them to the
artificer, all of my
portraits.
spells
If you're joining
look like
our
something
group, you're gonna have to
mechanical.
How much
introduce
heal
yourself.
by brother?
Well, I introduced myself to
Yeah,
them.
okay, so cure
not doing
wounds,
it
that's
again.
4 to 7
Yes,
HP,
you
are.
right?
Or dragon.
So 1d8.
Yes, you are.
It's a
No.
D8 plus
Yes, you are.
your
Modifier, yes.
They can just tell you. I don't like.
Let's see,
Yeah,
pancakes.
And so yeah, if you wanted to I imagine it could be something activated, say from like a
How do you know I'm
like
not
an
good at this
oil
whole social?
kind of application, like almost like you oil his joints and you don't realize that you're like letting magic go
right.
out.
I mean,
I'm like that's like the
Um,
biblical thing, like anoint with oil and the person heals.
Anyway,
so you
the
could do it like that
portraits,
way
guys.
as an
it
artificer.
makes sense to have
Your
smith
name.
tools and alchemist tools.
Yeah. So
Like,
whichever version of that.
I could technically
Hey guys,
go.
what's this cat's name? He won't tell me.
Won't tell me either. Speak.
You said you introduced yourself to me or something.
That's what I thought I remembered.
Okay, so that.
Did you
Also-
He
introduce
knew my
yourself?
name.
You're healed 7 HP.
Wow.
Also
Yes, I
Rifter.
did, Jarvis.
Rifter.
See?
I was trying to figure out which name I had to remember.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm
See?
gonna cast
He knows
cure.
my name. I introduced myself to him.
I
That's
cast.
right.
Not because he had a big glowing sword or anything.
I cast Cure Wounds on Leala as well. That's
As in, you're afraid he was gonna hit you, or you wanted the shiny thing?
7 plus 4.
So Nora,
Shiny things.
Rifter anoints you with mechanical oil.
Mechanical
to activate
oil?
his healing.
Well, no. I think I'm just gonna.
It's dyed brown. It's syrup.
I think it's gonna be kind of.
What is it
Stop
with you
with
and
the
the syrup
syrup.
today?
Yes. Well,
I
she's
think-
just really keyed in on the
I
pancake
don't think
thing.
I'm gonna call it oil. I think it's gonna be kind of like how like health potions are.
Okay.
Except I'm not gonna. It's not gonna be.
Just
a
start
health
chugging
potion.
Okay.
motor oil.
It's just gonna. It's just gonna be kind of like. It's just gonna
I
be
can
kind of
handle
like.
it.
What like a healing salve, but then I put some magic into it. It's like cure wounds. I throw it over to her.
So
Drink.
you get to cure woundsy. He gives you a little concoction.
11 because I rolled a 7 plus 4. Pancakes got unlucky and I rolled 3.
Okay.
I'm saying it. Yo, what's y'all's hit points so I can decide whether or not to use this last cure wounds on me?
13 out of 30.
17 out of 39.
Father,
What?
how many hit points do you have? Out of
31.
I have 31.
You're fine.
Yeah, he has enough.
I have 31 out of 49, so
That's
How do you have nearly 50 hit points?
because I'm a level 5 and I'm a paladin. I'm a big old tank.
Paladins and barbarians are literally the classes to go with if you want the most health.
But they are also the ones who lack some of the abilities that others have. So
Yeah, like they're not very good with dexterous.
I can't be stealthy. You know.
Oh yeah, that was funny.
I pretty much stand out in the crowd, no matter how much you want to call it.
Well, I mean, you can go light armored if you wanted to.
But I choose not to.
Exactly. It's I can't even say skill issue because you were choosing to
So-
make this an issue.
We're gonna pull it back in. No, it's okay. You're just gonna pull it back in. You healed pancakes. You healed Nora.
Now I'm gonna heal myself.
Okay. And you're burning the slots. Okay. Or whatnot. Right.
So,
You're keeping
the
track of those.
portraits!
Yeah.
So.
What's your name?
So now I'm
You said
down
my
to
name.
0
What?
first level spell slots.
Okay.
That could be bad in the future, but it's fine.
Jarvis.
I'll worry about it later.
Yeah, he said
Okay.
my name.
Say my name. Say
Oh, I
my
thought you don't
name.
introduce yourself to everyone and
No.
just a few people.
I
He
will
wasn't
not.
listening.
No one
Green.
around you. Say, baby, I love you. Sorry, that's old school.
You're fine.
So,
You're fine.
so you guys are here. At one point, Jarvis was trying to lead you where they thought that would be a good way out when Nora was indisposed, to a hallway of portraits, because that was all that could be remembered of returning back. So, at this point, what does the party want to do? Are they going to keep going after Jarvis? Does Nora want to weigh in as they try and decide what to do?
Oh, I'm definitely helping.
Okay, what are you helping with?
Navigating?
Where?
Should we
Out.
just should we go back? Because we
No.
kind of walked into this wrong room. This room was very wrong. We were not here before.
But then the Rocktopus,
Correct.
I mean the stone would be for nothing.
We should go forward.
Yes, the thing that nearly killed us.
Would be for
Logic
nothing.
suggests that we do not continue deeper into a thing where a freaking rock octopus nearly
Go
smoked some
ahead,
of us.
say the pun.
No.
Rocktopus.
No.
Say it.
Is that a pun? That's just the
Yeah.
creature's name.
That's just the name.
He refused to call it by its
Rock
name.
Ock.
Okay. Okay, buddy.
So, in
You're
character,
not
you were
paladin.
saying,
Ow.
In character, you were saying ow.
That didn't even hurt. I don't know why I said ow. What the pain?
oh, you were saying, maybe not tomorrow, maybe not today, but someday.
I'm trying to breathe. I'm sorry.
He didn't live in months.
So, Rifter
So,
suggested maybe we go back. Jarvis responded
off
with,
your
but then the
suggestion.
Rocktopus would be for nothing. And so, what does the rest of the party weigh in on as far as direction goes?
I don't care
Portrait.
if we killed the.
Let's
I don't
go
care if we
back a
killed
bit,
this-
so because she might know where we're going. If she sees the
But
caves.
she was asleep when you guys brought her over, right?
Yes,
Still
but we
pretty
can go
good.
Yeah,
backwards.
but she might recognize the caves once she sees them, because she was like the only one of us that navigated.
We can go backwards. Backwards is always an option.
An option.
Shut up.
I don't know what accent
so-
he has.
so
I don't
let's
think
do
he
this.
was either.
So the three of you, so let's have Rifter, Jarvis, and Pancakes just do history or survival to see if you can get back to the last place you remember while Nora was sleeping.
Wait a minute, didn't we just?
I'll roll survival.
Yeah.
What do we roll?
So you were carrying Nora. You wouldn't have been paying attention. You were at the back. So these three are going to do history or survival to see if they can get back to the last place that they remember being on target.
History check.
12. For
That's an
survival.
11.
14.
Okay, so those rolls are all high enough that between the three of you, you guys can backtrack to the last place you remember, and then Nora can, if she so desires, do a survival check to return, and you'll get advantage because you did such a good job on the way here.
Yay! Ooh.
Forgot your pilot's chair, didn't you?
I can't sit in it anyway. It actually irritates it a little bit more.
I rolled
It's
a
getting
19
better.
and a 20.
Like,
Okay.
4 days ago, I could barely walk. Like, I was in severe pain. Like, almost in tears at some point. I thought, like, I was done. I was going to have surgery.
That's right.
By the way,
My back is pretty jacked up, though. So, but I'm good now.
Yeah, stretch it out. Stretch it out.
That's it.
Natural 25.
by the way, is
Yeah.
is the corpse of the dragon gonna have any adverse effects?
Did you guys take it with you, or just stuff some of its parts and
We
leave?
took
We
parts of
we
it.
took
took
scales.
parts.
We took scales and teeth. I'm just asking because
It's a question for Rifter to consider and possibly make some sort of insight or arcana check. But as you guys focus on getting back to the path you actually remember, you get there and Nora's like, like, come on, guys, it's right that way. Like, we're like an hour away.
why are you making her sound like that?
How that's in your mind? It would be that straightforward. So how would you communicate your version of that for your character?
Yeah, I was just.
It's right over here this way. Come follow me.
In character.
Oh, no, I was just asking because I watched an anime a while ago.
Mm-hmm.
Where like all these people got stuck in a video game, but when some of the people killed a dragon, I think when one of the guys killed a dragon and he just left the corpse there, it caused the disease to flow over like this whole.
Uh-oh.
So I was just like
We
wondering.
gotta flip the map.
And we have made it out.
Yay,
So-
we're still
Back
alive.
to the turtle guy.
Are we though?
Turtle guy.
Don't say are we though. Don't give him ideas.
Oops, sorry.
It's okay.
This is all
Pull
a
the map
simulation.
little more that way.
You're a simulation.
We're all part of the simulation.
Could you get that?
I'm in the Matrix. Yay.
Yay!
Whose dice fell? Where did it go?
Mine.
I feel so simulated right now.
Overstimulated?
No, I said I feel
Overstimulated.
so simulated
That
right
was
now.
awesome.
I feel overstimulated today.
Overstimulated.
I feel overstimulated right now.
That's hilarious. I like it. This is too green. Let's hue shift that up. There we go. That's what
Shifting, like
her arm was like a zombie green because of how I had the. Let's bring the brightness up a little.
Actually, let's put pancakes in front
Okay.
of Jarvis.
Cool. I didn't realize the map
So
was
I
like that.
can steal his dagger.
No.
So
I'm holding my dagger.
you all are going to be over on that corner over there,
Yeah, I'm
closer
holding it.
to Dave.
No!
Yo,
Don't throw squishy across the table.
wait.
So all those guys, you guys are coming out the top end over there.
I'll take it.
Move them.
back
Move 'em.
So
Guys, move those all over to the top corner over there. Where
All the way
the
over.
Oh
shoes.
right, was that the entrance?
yeah, something like that. Over
Can I
there.
make
somewhere.
that check for the?
So as Nora takes a moment, gets her bearings, and realizes that you guys were so close yet so far, she will, with confidence, strive forward, and you guys travel about 45 minutes to an hour, and then find yourself back where you started surprisingly quickly once Nora is available to help with this.
By the way, I rolled a 17 on that arcana
Gotcha.
check you told me to take.
Walking at the back of the party, Rifter is kind of just going along with the flow, contemplating, wait, we left a weird cursey dragony thing. That's enough of that. We left a weird cursey thing back there. We left a dragon body that was evil
Poor kitty.
in a place where no one will find it. And we took some of its parts, but there's a good chunk of a carcass over there, and Rifter is concerned. And with a 17, and was that Arcana or Nature? What'd you do?
Arcana.
So with an Arcana, you're like, yeah, dragons have like intrinsic magic-y things going on with their bodies. That's why we took some of the stuff, remember? And so there's a moment where Rifter might have some concerns that something could come of that, but you guys have already navigated the maze back at this point.
Does that really answer his Arcana check?
It says that his Arcana check was high enough to go, huh. That feel like my gut instinct feels like it's well informed. That it's possible for sure. Since you're so far away, it's really you trying to put things together based on history and past knowledge of magic and how things work. So you're not looking at the body to go, is there actually any sort of thing that might come from this? But you think it's possible.
Wait, is this
Highly
like,
possible.
is this like what it looks like, or does it look different?
This is what the cave looks like.
Oh my gosh,
So-
there's water everywhere.
So you all have made
This
it
is
back
where
to...
This is
Where we
like a
came
camp
from.
sort of thing.
So yeah, you guys can share what you remember of this since Jarvis seems to be new to this area.
Rivers.
It's like a place where a lot of criminals kind of come to no longer be criminals, so to speak.
It's a rehab center.
But
I
it's
see.
like a willing rehabilitation. Like they don't want that sort of life anymore.
That implies that some rehab centers aren't willing.
Yes.
Yeah.
They aren't? Oh, that's my own fault then. I'm sorry.
They force criminals not to be criminals anymore.
Force them.
And if that doesn't work, then alternatives.
So, are you on the wrong side?
No.
I have proficiency with medium armor, huh?
So.
She's oddly suspicious.
I'm lawful good.
Says the one who snuck in behind us.
Because I was trying to find the way out.
Suspicious.
Sus. Sus.
You guys didn't think I was suspicious
Sus.
before.
Oh, yes, we did. We still think you are.
Yeah,
Sus.
we still do. We were just fighting.
Okay.
Okay, war games, calm down.
So it's been
I
about,
no.
since you left this place, it's now been roughly 14, 15 hours maybe, between the backtracking. So it's getting a little tired is part of it. It's been a long day, but you have returned with with your own and other creatures' viscera on you, blood, fluids.
We very EP.
Dust from the Rocktopus, is still kind of caked into some of your clothes and skin. So you come back looking a little worse for wear, but it is the equivalent of an evening now. What would you like to do as you look around? There's, in this cave, you can hear music playing in the background.
I'm going to bed.
So did you say that there were
Did I make a
criminals here?
workshop in the
Former criminals.
But are some of them still criminals?
Okay.
No.
If they're here, they probably don't want to be.
Uh-oh, what are you doing?
I'm just giving the...
He's about to sing us a lullaby.
I'm not. Just I'll be honest at this point.
Why do you have this?
So,
Because we get to listen to some folk music of where we're approaching.
well, you can hear them. You hear them like there's some people centered around that main campfire for an evening meal.
Wait, there's a campfire?
It's in the center there. Where was it?
I think there.
Yeah. So there's a few of the locals
That's a
have
good idea.
gathered
Fire.
around kind of that central kind of campfire spot.
Mango is a former
And
criminal.
one of them is plinking
Hey!
gently on
That was my birthday present.
stringed instruments.
It's my turn.
No, that was my birthday present.
Oh my
So, but you guys return to the cave. You haven't seen it necessarily at nighttime once kind of the work day's completed and whatnot. You do see that, I believe it was yep. You do see the turtle and then the big man.
No, Mango!
Smite him.
No!
Death by boulder to Mango. Okay, can we focus on the storyline?
So,
I gave him back
You
with
enter,
same-day
so the
shipping.
sound of music does fill the cave. What do you guys do next?
Go to the tortoise or check on the crewmates of our ship.
That's probably a good idea. We should go
There
back
was
to
a
the boat.
tortoise.
Yes, hideaway.
You say go back where?
Boat.
To the
Boat.
boat. No, we're going back to the ship. Boat. Boat.
Okay.
Boat.
So you guys, if you're trying to get back to your ship, Jarvis, you don't know about the ship. Would you follow them wherever they're going, or would you,
Yeah.
in seeing a community and seeing people sitting around a campfire, would you veer away?
I would hesitantly follow them,
Sure. Hesitantly.
thinking that they'll probably be more suspicious of me than they will.
I mean, you're what, a 4-foot tall cat with like daggers and stuff?
And walking
That's
around
a
on all
little-
fours?
Is that not normal?
That's a little conspicuous.
Still taller than you.
That's the thing. They would be very noticeable.
It's just a massive
See?
cat.
Very tall.
Hi. So as you guys walk, you get about to the center of the map, and you notice that the one playing guitar is the one who is like the former like mobster guy. He's like,
Tony?
was it Tony?
Yeah, Tony the Tiny Minotaur.
Tony,
He-
yeah, that's right.
The guy that
Tony,
knows
the
a guy.
tiny Minotaur. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's not the right voice. I'll get there. Tony.
Close.
Hey, I see you guys made it back alive.
It's more
He's the-
Gru.
Hey.
I'll hide behind
Hey,
pancakes.
I see you guys made it
taller
back
than him.
alive.
It was the same kind of pitch,
been a
but it
few
was like a
months.
different accent.
It's been like 6 months. I'm sorry.
Well,
I
no,
should've
it's
gone back to the
fine.
tape.
You're doing is it New York or Italian?
Yeah, I think that's what it was.
Guido!
It was more Italian, I think.
Okay. Hey, yeah. Go get Knuckles. So, looks like you guys made it back alive, huh?
Hey, it's Fat Tony. No.
No,
So,
I think it might have been more
yeah.
New York
Yeah.
You guys
accent.
want to come join us for a little song and dance here, or you want to come have some? I know, you could join us if you need a dance partner. I know a guy.
I need some food. We've been in a big
I'm
battle.
just gonna look at him like.
It's- you
Oh, you like that?
come sit down. You guys need something. Come, yeah.
Let's go sit.
No guy.
Let's
So
go join.
come sit down. You guys come join us. We'll have. You guys can relax. It looks like you had a rough day. So hey, and he'll kind of snap up like, hey, bring some extras for him. You got it. And someone, so a cat person off in the corner will be like, gotcha, Tony. Coming right up.
It sounds like he's diseased. But
You're
it's funny.
saying anyone who's
It's
trying to
funny.
get
It's
dizzy.
great. It's
We took care of your dragon problem.
What?
They didn't know there was a dragon.
Well,
We took
this
care
is
of the monster.
Pancakes comes in. That's how Pancakes starts the conversation, though. So, sitting around the campfire here will be the tortoise, the elderly tortoise person, the big Goliathy guy who's kind of pseudo in charge of the place, and your I know a guy friend, right? And so you guys will like. There's rocks and benches and things you can kind of sit on around here. You can tell from the light in the cave that the sun has set outside as you kind of come to sit around. You hear that? They found a dragon.
I think it was that monster that was pestering you guys.
How old would a turtle have to be to consider?
Otherwise, there's multiple, in which case we are not prepared for that.
If they're all as stupid as that one was falling off a cliff, then they should be pretty easy. Think about it. The entire thing that sold that guy in was the fact that this idiot fell off of a cliff.
What is your accent?
Everybody has an accent.
We're all trying. In character. You were saying.
That wasn't in character. I'm so.
That
Like,
was in character.
Yeah. No, I know. I meant like, but he wasn't saying that in character. So
I keep forgetting like the exact way.
you just
to
have like a
make-
British. Just go British. That's pretty
Go
close.
British,
I
guys.
hate going British, but I have
But that's
to.
what you were doing
You have
most
to
of the
go
time.
British, guys.
You had like a Cockney British.
Just go British. Shut up.
Or it was actually, you know
Not.
what? It was closer to
Scottish British. It's fine.
It was the guy who's in all the driving movies with the bald head. He's like Beekeeper, and he's in Shaw and Hobbs.
You know, that one guy that I
What?
totally know about.
Anyways,
Oh,
go,
you mean Decker?
maybe
His
go,
accent.
go for it.
And I could.
Decker.
I'm just trying to give you to help you get, just say
Well,
what you were
that's
gonna say either way.
British. Australian.
Smite you. Okay.
No, you won't.
Let him say what he was saying in character real fast.
Okay.
I forgot where I was saying.
You were saying the green dragon was dummy.
Cliff.
I mean, you're not wrong.
Let's face it, that dragon was just a massive idiot. I mean, he had the chance to just stay up there and wait for us to fight an uphill battle, but instead he tried to climb down, and instead the bozo fell off the side of a cliff right in front of us.
Wait,
Yeah.
so you guys didn't even have to do anything? He just fell off a cliff?
He fell off a cliff, and we finished him off in like 5 hits.
He
Sounds
was,
like you guys had quite.
that was somehow deadlier than the dragon.
It got us down lower than the dragon. That's pretty pathetic.
Dragons are weak.
Well, we had gotten our health pretty low after the dragon fight.
To be fair, I think the dragon was handicapped, but still.
Yeah, it did only have 1 wing. Oh my god, we killed a disabled person.
Oh my gosh. Oh no. Not again.
Not
Again?
Technically,
You've been to prison
Background.
before? How do you
Criminal.
Oh yeah, fair enough.
What? I'm just asking. Like,
Well,
they're clearly
sounds like you guys had
pretty-
pretty eventful. The Goliath says. Sounds like you guys had a pretty eventful and successful trip then down into the caves.
I don't know how much you want to call it successful. The success was we were able to kill something, but boy, that was a battle. I'm hoping there's nothing else down there that we need to worry about.
Well,
Hey man, I don't know about
was there
you, but
any
I got
sort of
scales. I'm pretty good. I can make
I
stuff.
got scales. Sorry. I'm
I
sorry.
got
I'm
scales.
sorry. I'm sorry. I couldn't
I
resist.
got scales.
Oh, that's a good one too. That's a nice parody too. Not the song originally.
I know,
Your
I know.
version of the song. Anyways,
Evan Simmons Sands.
so, well, if you all, was there any,
Sam's?
just to confirm that you all found the right creature, you were able to track it from the residence I pointed out to you all?
Yes.
Yep.
And when you got there, was there any sort of fear effect that you had to overcome?
No, not really.
I
Wait,
wasn't there.
I got it.
think there
Wait,
was.
wait a second. Were we either
Four.
attempted in a surprise or attempted in a fright enemy before we started combat? I forgot.
I forget.
Because
So
remember
I
there was
won't
a
make
roll
you
that
make
we
the
had to
history
make.
check because this was only like 8 hours ago. But yeah, you remember that there was a wave of fear that went over a few of you, but that you overcame it. That some of you for a bit were frightened of the green dragon, and you imagine that for someone who has
I had a little fear because the green dragon likes to eat elves.
yeah, that too.
My character
So
breaks
there,
out
so
all
you
his
all,
cooking
so the
stuff
short
and
answer is
starts
yes,
making
that was
something.
part of the thing. So if that was part of the experience, that sounds like the creature we haven't been able to take care of on our own. So it sounds like you've helped us handle a necessary pest control of sorts, though it was much more than a pest. We've lost one of our own, more of a reclusive one. But I don't remember this cat being part of your party before, though.
Neither do
his
I.
one away?
It's a stray.
We found them and adopted them.
We did not adopt
There was no-
them, they chose to
Well-
Look older than all of you.
Well,
And yet somehow
what-
we're less mature.
what can we call you around here? This is a place of a lot of us have taken on secondary aliases for safety to hide from our former lives as we try and heal.
Man down.
Sleight of hand fail.
So
Evan run.
That's for being mean.
Anytime.
You're the one who just bapped him.
I need a hard flat cast iron pan or burn me a pancake.
I got one over there.
I can make you a pancake.
We got a good sized cast iron.
I'll make you a pancake.
We
He has a
know
pie.
we know what
And-
pancakes
You
are
burn it, you
afraid
eat
of.
the whole thing.
Cast iron.
Rapunzel that man.
I feel like that should be a meaningful spell. Like cast iron should be like you. It should be a spell where you conjure a cast iron pan and throw it like instead of fireball, but it does bludgeoning damage, or a fire bolt. It does bludgeoning.
Wait, hold up. I cast iron. What do you mean you cat?
I cast
Skull
iron.
caved in, neck gone.
Aw.
I was thinking that maybe like for cast iron, you can cast anything made of iron that is smaller than a certain size. So,
I
like,
cast
you can make chains, you can make a
iron.
pan, you can make metal spikes,
I like
a
this.
dagger, something like that.
Basically, you use it like a
conjure
catapult
iron.
spell.
I cast
Yeah.
tungsten.
You get to like choose the shape it takes when you conjure it.
I like it.
I cast tungsten sphere directly above your head.
Conjure tungsten is a 9th level spell, buddy.
Okay, so to the cat
Tungsten
person,
bozo.
the Goliath who you all
For
met
tungsten.
and have talked with more substantially. Well, my cat friend, this can be a place of safety if you'd like to stay here with us. We are a group that has found each other all in a place of healing. If you're coming from a life like mine, maybe you did things you were less
doesn't
comfortable
know,
with. But we're happy to have you become part of our. You're welcome to find a place of your own here, if you like. You all are welcome to rest here or on your ship as well.
A ship?
But
Not your ship.
the rest of you are welcome to whatever you prefer. We can find a place for you to stay here. I know you had some of those gator boys, I believe you called them, taking care of things, and I don't know how they'll be feeling, but we've seen a few of them kind of peek their heads out over at us throughout the day. You know.
Oh, and you guys say
Those
hi to
poor
your
We should
unsociable
probably go
boys.
check.
I went to go say hi, but it seemed like they were a little nervous to talk to me.
We should go check to make sure We should go check to make sure they haven't started some kind of fire or broken anything,
Or a
What?
mutiny.
Don't we need to tell the
or they
tortoise?
burnt the water.
Or
We've
have
been
you
talking
playing
to
the tortoise?
him.
I've been playing the Goliath. The tortoise is here too, and then Donnie.
So yeah, the tortoise
Donnie.
knows that we
Look,
took care of
it's
the dragon.
Donnie.
Yeah, so they know that the dragon's been taken care of. Did they have you do that first, or did they give you information and then ask for help?
They gave you
Oh my
information
god.
Yeah, okay. So you guys have a good amount of information. I don't think you were promised more information. I think they said we've got the information and also can you help us with this, right? So yeah. So if you took notes, a couple months ago. With that, so you can sit around the campfire and they'll kind of chat with you if you like, or you can ask for a place to stay for the night and they'll accommodate you, or you can go back to your ship. What do you guys want to do here?
I'd like to go back to the ship.
I'm gonna go back to the ship.
I think the ship is probably a good idea.
We need to go make sure the gator people haven't burned our ship down or sunk it. Actually, truthfully,
They probably would have told us that.
they probably left right now. They're probably scared and ran
I
away.
think you told
So
them a
it's a
certain
boat.
amount of time.
Yeah, so we should go back to the ship, make
That
sure the
goes
gator
in
people
water.
are good.
Did we tell them 24 or 48 hours?
24.
So we're fine. It only
We're
took
well within our time frame.
Let's roll.
it only took us 15 out of
They
24
see me
hours.
rolling. They hating.
Trying to catch me riding there.
Do we want to go to the ship then?
My sails down.
Why do you guys know so many songs?
Well, we're using a tune, and then he was singing the original. I was singing.
He's
one
a
for your boat.
DJ. I'm his son.
That's true. And I'm
He's
just
a
jukebox,
DJ?
and you're my
Yes.
daughter.
Yeah.
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 Oh, I didn't know that.
You didn't. You went over there, but you didn't see all his equipment
Yeah,
there.
I
I did, but I didn't know
I didn't
that
know.
then
Yeah.
he was a DJ.
Yeah, he does stuff. He's got some fun things.
He's done
Nice.
cool
Okay.
stuff.
Man,
Pretty
I
cool
could have
stuff,
done
man.
that for the Anomia card to find him.
So Jarvis, if they're all like, we're gonna turn in, we're a little tired, we're gonna head back to our ship. What is Jarvis doing? Are you gonna hang out with this seemingly nice turtle, 7.5 foot, 8 foot tall guy next to him, and then a little squat person playing on a stringed instrument who's got kind of a New Yorker accent for
I
like.
will ask if I have to pay rent.
The Goliath, the tall guy, will say, we should have somewhere you can stay. There should be an extra spot around here somewhere that no one's claimed yet. If you like,
the floor.
if you want to stay.
The floor.
No, I'm sure.
So if you
people
want,
have
if you
claimed
want a
that
place of
already.
reasonable privacy, we have a few alcoves and things that you could take ownership of, if you like.
Maybe
To
I'll.
work.
We understand that you've been through a lot at this point.
I think I'll go with them for now.
Do you hear? So, are you trying to do that stealthily, like sneaking behind them, or do you ask them as in character?
I don't ask them. I just
You just kind of start wandering, like kind
insert myself in their
Okay.
little line.
And I stop.
of make a performance check.
I'll make a performance
Hey,
check.
that's
It's
what
not
I
exactly
did, and I'm
stealth,
still
but it's
around.
like, can you basically make them? If you roll high enough, then it's
you're not
will they
getting
even
rid of
notice that you're following
I know.
because you're kind of
Oh,
just
great.
playing it cool.
Maybe
Are
I
you
did
sure
some more.
performance?
That's what I said.
We're only gonna get rid of you when you die.
10.
Which, based on the way we've been
All right.
going, isn't gonna happen.
So you all start walking off toward the ship, and the cat behind you like tries to play it cool, like, yeah, I'm going with them. And you all would notice that the cat's like trying to come along.
Hey, Jarvis, what you doing?
You understand this, right?
Do you want to join us, Jarvis?
We don't have enough space on the ship.
We have enough space. We'll make room.
I'm not.
Jarvis,
If you ask.
Jarvis has helped us through this battle. I feel that Jarvis should at least be able to travel with us at this point.
You're not taking my workspace.
You can have your workspace. I'll give up my sleeping quarters for Jarvis. I'll sleep on the floor on the ship somewhere.
Oh, that's right. I forgot
No
he was a
way.
paladin.
Okay, my character's gonna stay with Hemo and just be like, yes, I would like to stay.
Okay.
You're welcome to join us,
Wait,
Jarvis.
wait.
Thank you for your...
Awesome!
Wait a second, hold up.
Jarvis was
I got
added
a
to the
question.
party!
Jarvis joined the
Pause for
party.
laughs. Pause for laughs.
That was awesome, Evan. That was awesome.
I was between that or the party joining sound from Deltarune, but I didn't think any of you guys would get that joke.
Good
I mean, I
rhetorical
watched
choice.
some of
But,
it.
Very good choice, sir.
But
Question: in character, or out of character?
out of character.
Okay.
But if Jarvis had chosen to do like the Puss in Boots cat eyes thing, where he goes, would he have gotten an advantage on his
If Mila had tried to do that, I might have, but she didn't.
I would say that only worked in that movie because he was definitely some sort of bard multi-class.
And he was also...
No, he's a bard rogue. Puss in Boots is a bard rogue. You can't tell me otherwise. He's a swashbuckler.
Okay, and so as you all have assimilated Jarvis in, decided on sleeping arrangements, we're going to say you all will take the path back to your ship, and as you begin coming aboard after a long day of work, we will start the next one with you interacting with the Gator Boys and deciding what you're going to do next. But as you step aboard your ship, there's a sense of like, okay, this is ours. We've made it back. We're alive and accomplished. And in the back, kind of echoing through the caverns, you do hear the creatures the guys start to play on his lyre instrument again.
Hey, where's the ship again? Like on the
Off screen.
So,
Intrepid adventurers came and killed the green dragon. It only had one wing, but it had two heads. Such a
Did we
strange
tell him
thing.
that?
don't forget
Did the
question.
handicap monster kill? Was it so sad and still? Afterward, we found a Rocktopus.
I am also singing
Where
now.
did they come from? Where did they go? We know we can ask for help from the Shamrock's boat. Oh, where did they come from? Where will they go next? If you see, then you better check. Sorry guys, I was still working on that one. You hear him kind of like strumming away, and it fades
You
off
worked on
to
that
black.
really fast.
And scene. So then that was I made that up right then.
I just got hit with such a surreal experience for a
That
minute
was
there.
awesome.
So as you get to your boat, that music kind of, and then you hear
And
the
it's
end of it
on
is like him, like
record.
I can't think of the next verse.
That's
But with
funny.
that, we'll say that's the end of the game for today, and so we'll pick up with you guys sorting out the next steps on your boat and what you want to do then. So think about it in character. Yeah.
Hemu is now his role model.
Hemu.
Hemo.
All right. But yeah, we'll call that good. I'm gonna shut off the
What is-
recording.
What is
The boat
Himu, the
actor.
paladin from Timu?
It's